In this tutorial, we will learn to use Blender and navigate the viewport. We'll also learn a couple of shortcuts, which are pretty nifty. So for now, we'll just stick to German file. This is the viewport. The pink or red line that you see is the x-axis. The green one is the y-axis. By default, the z-axis is visible. You can enable it by clicking on the overlays tab. And now that's the z-axis. Highlighted light blue color. By default, we have three objects you see: a cube, light, and a camera. To begin with, we'll be learning what the tool and toolbar are. You can show or hide the toolbar using the key on your keyboard. The first tool is Quick Tool. It's pretty similar to the Move tool. You just click on an object and move it around. To change its location X, Y, Z, as you can see to the right of the screen, the object data. The next tool we have is Box Select. As the name suggests, you can select objects within the area of the box that you have created to select. The Circle Select gives you a small circular cursor to select the object on your scene. Lasso Select allows you to select any object on your screen using any random shape that you wish. We have a 3D cursor that is by default in the center of the scene. The 3D cursor tool is what you see in the center of the scene. Once you've selected the tool from the toolbar and clicking anywhere in the viewport, it shifts it to that position. Shift S will bring up this menu over here. You can click on any of these options. Bring a cursor to world origin, shifts the cursor back to the world origin. This is the point of intersection of all the three axes. Then we have cursor to grid, which snaps the cursor to the grid. The grid is not exactly visible. It snaps to a point on the grid, as you can see it. Right now, we have the camera selected. On clicking selection to cursor, it shifts the camera to the camera. Actually, we have the camera and light selected, so both of them got shifted to the cursor's position. And remember, the shortcut is Shift S in the menu. And selection to cursor does a similar effect. So the selection to active shifts the selected object to the position of the active object. The selected object is highlighted in dark orange, while the active selection is highlighted in light orange. That's how you know which one's selected and which one's active. Just a recap of what we did now. The cursor to grid snaps the cursor to the grid. Clicking on the lamp Shift S and cursor to selection to cursor or selection to cursor keep option. Then shift the lamp to the position of the cursor. Both of the actions will be same effect, so it's a pretty minor difference. Selection to active. So you have two objects selected. Right now, a camera and the lamp. And the lamp is the selection, while the camera is active selection. Clicking on selection to active makes the lamp position shift to that of the camera. Selection to grid. Selection is the lamp right now. I'm just going to make it so it's just one of them. So it's the camera, and selection to grid swaps the camera to the grid. It's not very noticeable because it's kind of zoomed that way, right? And cursor to active. So when you have an object selected, and that's an active object, and you want to shift your cursor to that object, you use this. Then you have the camera selected, and the cursor to active option is fine. That shifts the cursor to the position of the camera. The cursor is selected a similar one, but it shifted to the selected objects. So let's go selecting an object, and this shift S, and again cursor shift S. The next tool is the move tool. So click on the tool and from the toolbar, and these arrows appear on your object. Pulling the object into any of the axes moves it in that direction. So we have the X, Y, and Z axis. And shortcut is G. It takes a time to get used to shortcuts. Then we have the rotate tool, which again works in a similar way. It just that rotates the object in the X, Y, and Z again. The shortcut key is R. Shortcut keys are and don't stress on these shortcuts right now, as it's quite difficult in the beginning, as you might not have this remember. And once you do it, and once you practice a lot, you'll get to the habit of it. And then the scale tool, similar principle. The scale icon appears on the axis, putting it on any of the axis, scale it on that particular axis. The transform has all three: move, rotate, and scale, and so you can do all of it at once. I personally prefer using the shortcuts as it's more quick. It avoids some clicks. For all the tools, to move, rotate, and scale, you can change the values back to its original value by pressing Alt and the respective shortcut. So Alt G, Alt R, and Alt S for moving, rotating, and scaling respectively. Now, when we click on the move tool and try to move our object, we can constrain the movement to particular axis. So say you press the Z axis, so it moves only in that axis. It does not move along any other axis. It's pretty handy shortcut if you want to move your object only in that particular axis. The similar constraints apply to the rotate and scale as well. Shift and Z on your keyboard will make it so that you can only move the object across a certain plane. Here I press Shift Z, and I can only move it across the X and Y axis, and that's the XY plane. So if I were to press Shift X, it will make it so that I can move the object only along the Z and Y, and Shift Y will make it so that I can move it only on the X and Z axis. Now, the next tool we have is the annotate tool. So this a tool which you can use to make markings on a 3D meshes, and mostly for reference purposes. Um, and you can erase them easily with the erase tool. You can also manipulate these annotate tools using the annotate line, annotate polygon tools. So say you want to draw a perfect straight line, you can use the annotate line. And the polygon, you apply to draw a polygon.